Tuesday, August 9, 7, what is the time? I don't even see this. 4 and 7, 14. Members are present, City Council at Large, Selena Reyes, and Councilor President, since we have 2 our member absent. Good evening, all. Councilor, can I get a motion to approve the minute of July 26?
So moved.
Yes. So, yes. So she make the motion.
Okay,
Second.
sure.
All those in favor?
Present.
Aye. Well, we don't have to have a roll call, only because we don't have any other counselor.
You actually have Alex from National Grid on there, and I don't know,
Yeah,
I don't know
but
why that's
he's
here.
not in here.
I know.
So can you, yeah, but then I can stop, I have to stop the meeting because I have no quorum. Maria, can you ask? Yeah. Excuse us. Technical difficulty, which we love the technology. They do, I don't, but. Counselor, I'm going to be taking some items out of order. The first item that I'm going to be taking is document 26322 out of order.
Second.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Document 26322 is a worship and preach of Word of God Companion Common every Wednesday, August 17 through 9/28, from 3 to 9 p.m. It has been put on the agenda by Ana Pena. Can you come forward? Good evening. Name and address for the record.
Ana Peña, and it's 29 South Canal Street.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about your event?
Yes, what we want to do is that we want to be able to go to the park and have, worship music and preach the Word of God to the people. I come from a church where, we want to participate in going out there and letting people know about God and just preaching the Word of God and worshiping. Basically, that's all we want to do. Yeah.
Mrs. Pena, this is the first time that you're going to be doing this event?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm just going to tell you something that is not, specific for you. This is everyone who applies to use the park. Is that, are you going to have a speaker?
Yes, we will.
Okay, that needs to be toward to your group, not from outside. And no car is allowed to park inside the park.
Okay.
If you need to load anything, you just drive, lower whatever you have, and you have to park outside.
Okay.
I'm just going to open the floor if any councilor has any question. All the papers are in order. You have any question?
Madam Chair, thank you. Just, there's one thing under review by Dave Palumbo at the Inspectional Services, that sign-off is not part of the packet. I understand this was probably done on Friday, so maybe something was done today to finish that up, through you, Madam Chair.
Yeah, but this is something like the same problem that we've been saying in public, that probably is not is not applicable to them, because I don't see why he have to sign it, but they can also, check to make sure, but all the papers are in order. So motion to send it with favor recommendation?
So moved.
Second.
Motion has been made, properly seconds. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thank you. You do need to come back for our next city council meeting, which is going to be next Tuesday,
Okay.
Same time.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Next document, 26422, out of order. Motion has been made, properly seconds. All those in favor? The ayes have it. 26424 is a car show, Osgood Street by the Veterans Stadium, 8/28 from 9 a.m. through 6 p.m. It has been put in the agenda by Ruben Gonzalez. Name and address for the record.
My name is Ruben Gonzalez,
Okay.
and I represent the American Autism Association, and also business owner from Live to Impress Auto Design Shop in Lawrence, Mass.
Okay, just the same question. Can you tell us a little bit more what is going to be done?
Absolutely. This is an event that I've been conducting for many years, since 2013. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to do it in this city. I've been doing it in different cities, neighbor cities around the area. Like one time, I did the event in Haverhill. I spoke to the mayor. Mayor gave me a go-ahead to do an event over there, and it was very successful. I have a party of a group of 40 members, volunteer members, that help me out and conduct this event. I also been doing it also at the Lowell. It used to be called Broomswick Bowling Alley. We did it there for about 7 years in a row. Unfortunately, with the a couple of years ago with the COVID-19, so that was last year that it was canceled. And then after that, we can no longer do it in that location because they're under a new administration, and it was sold to a company called Boleros. So that's where I'm looking forward to then helping out here in Lawrence.
Hello, how you doing? Stephen Gill, 21 Bailey Street. We're doing this in conjunction with the city. We are going to do a fundraising for autism and Alzheimer's. We have been in contact with Marta Velez. Unfortunately, he filled out the permits and everything without actually talking to Martha in detail. But I plan tomorrow to address it because it's going to be in conjunction with the city. We have been in several meetings in regards to the best place to do it. This is where I believe it's the best place to suggest it. Mr. De Pena, or Mayor De Pena, is also helping us with this. This is just basically a fundraising Puerto Rican car show, predominantly to raise money for Alzheimer's and for autism.
Yes.
I don't have any question, but thank you for putting this together, because anything that can help, I think, important that the city is going to be involved. So that's something that is A+ for us, just to kind of work with. Any question, Councilor?
I do. Help me answer through you, Madam Chair. Are there going to be vehicles on the inside the stadium?
I believe it's going to be on Osgood Street. It's going to be, we're planning to shut off the street in front of it, so I don't believe there'll be no cars in the stadium.
Where is the event taking place? Because inside the application, it says inside the stadium.
No, the inside of the stadium will be for the vendors.
What kind of vendors will there be?
It would be vendors for
Water, just the typical vendors to supply. There won't be any alcohol. There will be just, basically, it's going to be hot outside for people to be hydrated.
So you're blocking off Osgood Street, which has nothing to do with the city council. That has everything to do with the police department. We only have the authority inside the stadium. I mean, obviously, one of the issues, because there's two neighborhoods nearby. There's a stadium project as well as Colonial Heights nearby. And I know the chair is very adamant about this. What about the music and noise?
We are not going to have any more music competitions. Music will not be part of our event.
Exactly. The music is not we have zero tolerance on music, because due to the fact that we're going to have autistic kids coming to and also try to participate with the event. Okay, we have a lot of events
We
that
plan to do face painting,
activities-
water, give water,
Exactly.
events, balloons. This is a
face
family
painting,
event.
face painting activities also for like RC, remote control, competition for the kids, lowrider bicycles, you know, antique bicycle events. So it's more like a family event. So that's why I am also advertising it that it's a zero tolerance event car show. Like, for example, like a classic car show. You know, yes, obviously there's going to be, you know, high-end vehicles because I have, you know, been contacted from different types of sponsors and business ownership that they also have like very nice vehicles that they would like to be part of it because they also have a family member that are autistic and they also suffer from Alzheimer's.
Okay, again, all the paper looks to be in order, but we have the same under review, and now that we have Mr. Spender here, this is something that I want to just request in public. We've been having problem every single time is an application, because it's a lot of question that is not applicable to the application, like fire, building, health. So those didn't used to have before in this application, and now everything is approved. But those two always come like under review. If you, I can give you a copy that you can look it into, and you can check how we can fix that.
Will do. If you can provide a copy, or I can ask the department, ISD department, to show us, to provide a copy so we can correct.
Thank you, I really appreciate it. That has nothing to do with the applicants, but yes, from our ends, and this needs to be fixed. Because we are sending application with favorable recommendation with pending review. And it's because it's not applicable to the applicants, and then we just have to continue moving, because we're not gonna keep it down just for something that has nothing to do with them. Okay? Thank you. So, motion to send it with favorable recommendation?
Second.
Motion has been made, properly seconds. All those in favor? Aye. The ayes have it.
Thank you.
Next Tuesday. The rules is you guys need to come back next Tuesday in case the one of the city council that are not present today has any question.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it so much. Enjoy your evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you, you as well. Document 26622 out of order. No, 266 is not you.
Oh, no.
Sorry. I, yeah, Tai Chi is a body brand. Can I get a motion to take document 26622 out of order? Yes.
Second.
Motion has been made, properly seconds. All those in favor? Aye. The ayes have it. Yes. Is that body brain yoga Thai, what is the name?
Tai Chi.
Tai Chi, come on 9/3, 9/17, 9/24, from 12 to 1 p.m.
Correct.
Evening. Mr. Barbara Marfio.
Diane Barbara Maffeo.
Yeah.
I was here last month, and I forgot to add in September dates. So we got permission, do you remember that? For July and August, and I had forgotten to put in some September dates. So they recommended I do a new application, and so that's what I've done. And by next year, we'll have it down pat.
Well,
So it's no different from the last one, is just to come and teach a simple class on Saturday, 12 to 1. You know, we do it right over on the side, over near the YMCA, because the area was taken already. So Nilsa is the one who recommended just try it over there.
okay, so, any question?
I just want to thank you for your patience, Madam Chair. I mean, we're trying to do things the right way, and we're trying not to play favorites, and thank you for understanding and for doing it this way and then coming back.
Correct,
Just
I
because we have no idea what the schedule is like that's held by somebody else, and so you did the right thing, and thank you.
Yeah. So by next year, like I said, well, I'll apply sooner, and so maybe we'll get a different spot, because the traffic over that side is pretty light, and so it's been a learning curve for me to see that by next year, we'll try to apply for maybe the center of the common, but thank you anyways.
The only thing I would add on most of these things on the review, I share your thoughts on that. But one of the places that we really want to make sure is, and I know this sounds kind of nutty, but taxes, making sure that everybody's up
Yeah,
to speed, and this one's still under review, but I realize,
Yeah, but this is gonna be they're gonna use that, a public installation of the location, so. But, yeah, there's something like, yes, we definitely have to sit and go over some, the question, then, but yes, go ahead.
are you three, Madam Chair, are you applying individually, or are you on behalf of an organization?
Applying on behalf of Body and Brain Yoga. I'm one of the owners of Body and Brain Yoga, which is right at 290 Merrimack Street,
Okay.
right in near the complex with Salvatore's Restaurant. So it's the company that's actually, I'm representing Body and Brain Yoga. Did I answer your question?
You did, and I'll tell you why I'm asking the question. So we have, what you're not seeing here is that we have a whole listing of different city agencies that review and give a recommendation. We issue the permit. We ask the departments, are they up to speed on things? Do they have this? Do they have that? Are they okay? They talk to us and say, yeah, they're good, they're good, they're good. Oftentimes, not directly at you specifically, this is a good opportunity for us. If somebody's looking for a license and they haven't paid their taxes, we
I
want to
see.
know that. And so, because I don't want to be,
Paid.
I don't want to be voting for someone who's not paying their taxes
Of
for a
course.
license. And so when I'm looking at that part of that, other things can kind of wash over a little bit. But that, for me, is important, because I don't want to be enabling someone who's not doing their civic duty.
I understand totally.
So, anyway, unfortunately, that part of it, and I believe you, by the way, that part of it still says under review, and that's why I was asking you that question,
I
are
see.
you by your personal, or are you representing someone? You're representing your company. I just like to be consistent, Madam Chair, for everyone, especially on that one. The other stuff we can look over a little bit, but on the tax stuff, I really want to make sure, if it's not this applicant, it's any applicant. So I'd like to send this up to the full council with a favorable recommendation pending that we get some assurances that that thing is checked off. And maybe you got a whole week to talk to someone, and who's the person? I'm asking, who would be the person that signs off on it for that office? So, through you, Madam Chair, if you find this permissible, I would encourage you just to go back into this citizen serve and get whatever sign off, ask them to make sure that they get the sign off on the tax things, because I want to be consistent on that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does, except I wouldn't know how to find it, because somebody had left me a message today. I just came back from Arizona this morning, but somebody had left me a message this morning saying, just check to make sure all your sign-offs are there. And when I then called Nilsa, who, I've spoken to many times, and she said, oh, they're all there. And so I wouldn't understand where else would I have gotten the information to have anything to do with taxes.
And oftentimes, Madam Chair, what happens is this is submitted on a Thursday or a Friday. You have all day Friday, all day Monday, all day Tuesday. Sometimes things happen in that 3-day period, and this is not capturing it, because this is a snapshot on Thursday or Friday. So
I see,
if you
because
could
it
help
I
with-
was confirmed that they were all signed off except some inspectoral thing, and they said it had to do with first you guys, the council deciding whether they approved it, and then they sign off. But I was assured that everything else had been signed off.
Thank you.
So, tell me, what do I need to do?
My recommendation. I think it's as simple as that.
Okay, and then do I need to come back next week? Is that what I need to do?
Well, it's up to the committee chair here, but I would recommend you come to the full council, because we're going to send this on up, and hopefully everything's taken care of by next Tuesday. We should be fine.
Yes, we all ask all the applicants who come through ordinance committee, they also needs to come back to our full council meeting, just in case that one of the councilor they not present today, they have any question. But again, thank you, Councilor President. I know that we had been shared this concern, because I don't want to say frustrations, but, you know, this is very uncommon error that people have to be driving around just to try to get sign off when it's question that is not even applicable to your request.
Right. So I guess my thought is too, even, I can do that for this time, but for next year, what kind of steps could I take so that this wouldn't happen? You know, should I attach some paid tax document?
Through you, Madam Chair, I've been working with folks in one of the other departments on Citizen Serve, and there are still some bugs and some comfort issues that need to be dealt with. My recommendation next year, when you go through this, is to monitor it on Citizen Serve, because I think there's a public-facing portal. You can see what's been signed off for your application, and then by the time it gets to either the committee level or at the full council level, take a look at what's going on and see what's missing on there. And then whatever is missing, I would just pick up the phone. I say, listen, I've got this council meeting coming up. I see this thing needs review. It's still open-ended. Is there any way that you could review it so the counselor could feel confident knowing that this is received it? That's my recommendation.
Okay, thank you.
No, you haven't.
I'd like to make a motion and we send it up to the full council with a favorable recommendation pending the one sign-off on the taxes.
Motion has been made, properly seconds. All those in favor? The ayes have it. Thank you. So next document is 26122 out of order.
Second.
Motion has been made, properly. The ayes have it.
Good evening, councilors. Octavian Spanner, Senior Advisor to Mayor De Pena. As you all know,
261.
the mayor's vision is to work towards a sustainable future for the citizens of Lawrence and the community in general that we serve. Tonight, we would like to talk about the introducing legislation to go green by 2035. This is very important to us because there's several funding that are going to be made available and by the federal government and the Biden administration, and we would like to take advantage of those opportunities. I would like to introduce Mr. Anil Navkal, who is an engineer by trade and by profession. Prior to coming to, he's working as a volunteer advisor on environment and sustainability for Mayor De Pena. Prior to coming to the city of Lawrence, he has also provided consulting services to the city of Andover with high recommendations. And so far, we're working pretty well with the team, and we're very confident that you will feel the same in interactions with him. So I would like to give Mr. Anil the opportunity to explain more about the legislation.
Madam Chair and respected members, thank you for allowing me to speak to you at this point. We are at a very interesting intersection of history, and I am here to help the city of Lawrence as much as I can, work practically 10 to 15 hours a day without exaggeration. I am very dedicated in bringing a lot of energy efficiency related projects to the city to the best of my ability. I am here with my wife sitting at home, who is also my partner. We do a lot of data analysis and bring a lot of gems out of that to the city of Lawrence. Here I am today to support and promote the resolution that I hope you will consider for resolution. That resolution was drafted by us and was gone through the attorney's office to see how it gets, she translated that into a nice resolution that you have in front of you. I'll just introduce that resolution with a small introduction that you may, if you want, I can even email this whole thing afterwards. So each year, global warming affects our region with increasing intensity. Last summer, Boston recorded 4 heat waves. We in Lawrence saw 24 days of 90 degrees or higher, including one day reaching scorching 100 degrees. Since I wrote these things just yesterday, there was another 100 days we reached. As our climate situation worsens each year by year, the urgency to respond grows. Zero by 2035 resolution before you this evening outlines Lawrence's response. In it, we delineate plan dedicated to environmental stewardship and ambitious sustainable economic growth. Mayor DePerna's team is already working to reduce the city's energy consumption and costs. In addition, we intend to develop a vibrant green economy that promotes social equity while addressing the mandates of Zero by 2035 resolution. We will insist that jobs are created locally and filled with competent local workers. To build the requisite workforce, we will foster the establishment of relevant training programs in our local educational institutions. We are at a unique moment of highlighting motivation at federal, state, and local levels to address greenhouse gas emissions. There is confluence of funding opportunities available to Lawrence to address years of systemic environmental justice. And this is where I really want to emphasize. There are funding opportunities, amazing funding opportunities, not pie in the sky, but committed. Approximately $25 million from Merrimack Valley Renewable Funds are sitting with AG's office. Potential to acquire 25 electric buses is now sort of well on the way in progress. So we might even get those 25 electric buses sometime during next 1 or 2 years. There's ARPA funding. Then there is expanded mass save programs that is required to scale weatherization efforts by 750% in cities like Lawrence. That's the requirement on them. Our job is to make sure that they deliver on it. Grant funding for EV charging infrastructure, that also is very much now part of the EV charging program. So we have all that going on. So Mayor team has already embarked on many initiatives that his spearhead program suggested in the resolution. These initiatives will build a solid foundation for sustainable development for years to come in City of Lawrence. I'm happy to take any questions that you may have. There are really several interesting programs that we are at a design stage, planning stage, and we are actively communicating with AG's office and our massive partners in many days, provoking them to say, you need to step up to plate and deliver on big, big promises. They are willing to cooperate. Thank you for the opportunity. Any questions, please?
One second. The resolution that you have was included in the packet to the
Yes.
city council.
Yeah.
They don't have a copy.
Oh, they don't have it? They have.
Madam Chair, we have forwarded the resolution in the packet. I see that the clerk doesn't have it, but we do have it as part of, we have the copy. The only thing is we have to print it, but we did include it in the packet.
I apologize. I didn't realize that you would have the resolution because I can.
We submitted it
It's a big resolution, so
together with the memo.
I suspect that you may.
That we don't have the resolution, even though they have been sent it out. I don't think that would be a reason just to keep it down. We can take the copy and send it up, but do you have any question on?
There's a lot to absorb here. What is the ask of the council? To sign on to a resolution? Or what's the ask?
You have to just sign off saying that we will agree with what's being said. And what it basically says that we will, and when I said 0 by 2035, it is the city's energy consumption, not the whole people outside the city government. It's just city government promises to go to zero carbon-based economy. That's all. That's the resolution. So yeah, that's what we are resolving to say. But in the whole process, we'll be helping the whole other city dwellers as well.
And who, through you, Madam Chair, who will be the recipient of the resolution? Who is it drafted for? Who's the audience?
It's a resolution to be signed off by the mayor's office and by the councillors to declare to the whole world that we are on board with moving to 2035 with zero carbon emission.
So this is a sense of the city council, a sense of the city. This is not part of a grant application. This is not that we're submitting to somebody else saying that we believe in this. This is essentially saying we stand in solidarity on this issue of that. We want to proclaim that.
You said it perfectly.
Yes, Council President, but it will help us once funds are made available that we can present to the state and federal government that the city is proactive in joining other municipalities as well and the state in promoting a clean energy. That includes, like today's meeting, Senator Elizabeth Warren announced that the Biden administration they're making funds available for government buildings, the upgrading of energy efficient technology, and we would like some of those monies to come to the city of Lawrence as well. So by having a resolution, we can include that as evidence and commitment from the city council as well as the mayor's office. And I think that would help us a lot.
Madam Chair, if you're eager to move this up for the reasons, I don't feel comfortable with the favorable recommendation. I don't think it's a good form for me to send, but I don't want to keep it here. So I will make a motion, if it's all right, to send it up without a recommendation to the full council.
Thank you.
Motion has been made,
Sorry
properly
about not
second.
including.
All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thank you. We're just going to go to the top of the agenda. Thank you. Any question?
No, thank you.
Okay.
If you would, through Madam Chair, just tomorrow, whenever, just get in contact with our city clerk, Clerk Ruiz, make sure she's aware of this as well. If you also want to copy the chair and myself on that, I think that would work out.
Yeah, we're kind of disappointed because we included in the packet, so it's missing, and you know, it's always good to have a favorable recommendation based on it's not an urgent, but an important matter for the city of Lawrence. Thank you.
Thank you, but it's you know, it has been moved up, it didn't stay here. So what we mean is, since we are missing a piece of information, we can send it with favorable recommendation because we don't have anything in front of us. But that doesn't mean that it's gonna get stuck, that it's not gonna go anywhere. What I did not want to do is just to leave it out here because I'm familiar with what you want to do, because I know we had been meeting a couple of times, and that's why I don't have personal any question. So that's the only reason we say no recommendation. Okay, we're just gonna go to the top of the agenda. Document 25622. It's a handicap parking at 39 East Haver Street, Orlando Jimenez. Can I get a motion to send document 25622 to Officer Cano and also to table document 256? So move.
Second.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor? The ayes have it. 26022, Religions Outdoor Service on Connell Park, 820 from 1:30 to 4 p.m. Even ballot. I don't see anyone here, but, since this is gonna be happen on 20, we can send correspondent with the motion to the applicants to be present to our next city council meeting. You feel comfortable with that motion?
I feel comfortable with that motion, Madam Chair. And I also want you to know that all the sign-offs are in, so they have it all.
Yeah, okay. What do you mean is all in? That is different that? Yep, but they, They have everything you want. Yep. And it's basic, okay. So the motion is to send it with favor recommendation, with asking the applicants to be present, send correspondent to be present to our next city council meeting.
Second.
Motion has been made, properly seconds, all those in favor? The ayes have it. Then we did 263, okay. I think it would. Okay, and the last document is 26722, resolution in support of requiring payment of privileged wage to all workers performing private utility contracting in the city of Lawrence, and that has been put in the agenda by Councilor Payano. That one, I don't have information, so I'm just gonna table and ask the applicants to be present for our next ordinance meeting. So motion to table document 26722.
Second.
Motion has been made, properly seconds. All those in favor? The ayes have it. Any table item? Because it's not, but I hate just to let him sitting here because he was there. Can I get a motion to take document 248 and 249 as a block and out of table? Motion has been made, properly seconds. All those in favor? The ayes have it. 248 is the National Grid and Verizon, Andover Street in, okay, in what? Auburn, yeah, and the 249 is Auburn Street. Okay, can I get a motion to send document 248 and 249 with favor recommendation to order a public hearing?
Second and discussion.
Yeah, go ahead.
So real quick, I know there's talk, maybe by Councilor Del Rosario, regarding, good talk actually, regarding the fees associated with this, that our fees in the city of Lawrence for this are not even close to what the market rate is for fees for other municipalities that deal with this issue. And I just, I don't know where we are. I think I saw something by Councilor Del Rosario on this. But I, once again, this is an opportunity for me to say publicly that I support that initiative. We need to make sure that these fees are.
Including in the package for them to pay
Yeah,
in other cities.
They are
yes.
paying, but it's not, it's a cut rate in our city and it shouldn't be.
So we can,
Anyway,
yeah.
Nothing we can do about it now. We should send this on
Yeah,
up.
with
as a
favor
reminder.
recommendation. Motion has been made, properly seconds. All those in,
Document 18122 is what Council Del Rosario has to deal with this straight rate fee structures for utility
yeah, but
companies.
let's finish with this, okay. So the motion has been made, properly second. Maria, 248 and 249 to favor recommendation to order public hearing. So in one, Can I get a motion to adjourn? Motion to adjourn. Okay. Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor? Aye. The ayes have it.